Hey y'all, welcome back to Poplar Creek Farm. Alright, is that not the most beauteous view? This golden hour, I love it. It's so pretty. And all the colors are going away in the trees, but this beautiful yellow goldenness is just so pretty. Across the road it's a lot of bare, still some color, just not a ton. Random chicken in the front yard. I wanted to show you guys real quick what's left in the bee garden, which is actually a bit. There's a whole bunch of bumblebees right now. Oh my goodness. Look at these bumblebees. The cosmos are still producing, which is crazy because we've had so many frosts. It's been cold. And I definitely need to collect some more of these seeds. Right now I'll just sprinkle those in here. These cosmos, the orange cosmos, have pretty much died off. There's one and then lots of seeds, which I have collected so many cosmos seeds. It's ridiculous. So at this point I am just going to spread them. And I don't even remember some of these flowers' names, so that's really bad, but whatever those are really pretty, and they're still going strong. I could look back at my seed packets, but the zinnias are about done at this point. Obviously there's still some that have color. That is gorgeous, but most of them are dying. And so I'm going to come out here and pop a whole bunch of these heads off to save the seeds. Right now I'm just going to spread. So those are all seeds. These ones are actually, there's a bunch of dead ones, but some of them are really still pretty. Those colors are so vibrant. But ones like this, spread, and more than likely they'll come back next year. The morning glories that are over here, they only produced a little bit and then died. Obviously the sunflowers, you can see, are totally dead. I need to take down the stalks. There's bee balm in front of it that I just kind of want to leave. And then basil that's dead at this point. It didn't survive, obviously, through the frost. So maybe it'll reseed itself for next year. Oh, that basil still smells so good. And this is goldenrod, what it turns into after it goes to seed, pretty much. This is it going to seed, the flowers all dying back, which I am totally okay with tons of goldenrods. So spread all the prettiness. Oop, that one pulled up the whole plant, not just the head. Just spread seeds. That's funny. Goodness gracious, those ones come up really easy. But honestly, this area was really just kind of thrown together, and it turned out so nice this year, and I love it. And I'm so thankful that I did it. I really had kind of debated doing anything because I didn't prep this area. I didn't do anything like I should have. And it honestly turned out so pretty. And I can't believe how many bumblebees are on this thing. There are so many. Bumblebees galore. This guy dead. Oh, no. Just chilling. I love that the poplars have finally changed colors. They're so pretty. They turn green early, and then they turn golden late. My fence came down for the orchard area. Got knocked down. The deer have come in here a little bit and have been eating the clover. You can kind of see where the deer have been eating it, or it's kind of chopped off at the heads. they've come in here some, not a ton. I don't think they're really destroying anything at this point. I'm probably just going to leave it down for the winter and then we'll put it back up in the spring. But the bees are also enjoying the clover that has been blooming. And this is white Dutch clover. I really like it. The bees really like it. I've noticed, you can see it all over the yard, all the white. I've noticed I noticed when I did a bee inspection a few weeks ago that they had quite a bit of dark honey in there, which clover honey is dark. So I'm assuming that's what that is because we've had a lot of clover blooming. And I'm going to show you guys my cover crop, which is also the Dutch white clover. It's also buckwheat, but Dutch white clover is kind of what looks like a green blanket across, and then the buckwheat is what's sticking up, which obviously like buckwheat got missed in a couple areas. But this is what it looks like pretty much throughout the whole garden. And it's doing so well. I was really worried it wasn't going to produce much of anything. Are you following me? It's because I gave you grapes earlier, huh? We're best friends now. I felt like I kind of spread everything late in here, but actually it's doing really well. And then I just love, I don't know, maybe I'm just weird, but I love the look of these leaves all over the ground like this. Like, I'm not somebody who wants to really rake up leaves. Not that I don't want to do it, I don't really care if there's leaves. I love the way it looks. Like, isn't it so pretty? Maybe I'm just weird, I don't know. My husband's hunting in the back, so I have to kind of be quiet. Wearing my Good Life shirt from Farm Life Outfitters. It's so comfy. My kids are wearing their barn shirts today, raised in a barn. I just love them. Let's go check out the bees and see if they're doing anything. I see them a little bit moving. It's definitely been, today was a really warm day. Today was like 78. But it had been cool. We had a lot of freezes. So let's see. And this is a sign of what's to come, winter coming. So it's not uncommon to see them cleaning out any dead bees. And clearly I squashed some bees. Whoops. They're definitely all still somewhat active, not, nearly what they were. But that's good. I swear I could set up a chair here and not move until one of the bees stings me, but I feel like fall and in fall it's such a transitional season. You're not in one season on the farm. Like in spring, obviously spring's somewhat transitional as well, but in spring you're getting ready for the garden and you're prepping for all that, so that stuff keeps you busy. And then in summer, obviously it's garden and it's go with farm projects. And then fall comes and things start to slow down and settle out. And it's before the holidays, so you don't have the holiday rush, you don't have all that. And I find myself not feeling content in this season a lot of the time. I feel very much like I'm longing. I'm longing for the season of busy, which when I'm in the season of busy, I'm always longing for a rest. So it is, I just almost don't feel like at peace, I guess, in fall. I love fall. Fall is like one of my favorite seasons. But you almost have this like longing, like I'm ready for summer again. I'm ready for my garden to be back. I'm longing for it. And so sometimes I find myself not feeling content, which I don't always love. So I'm trying really hard to just be thankful and appreciate this season and appreciate the rest and know that my garden needs the rest as well, just as much as I do. My soil is it blonde? My soil needs the rest. My garden needs, my farm needs rest. The chickens are still laying. They're still busy laying, but it's more of a restful season in general. And I think that's so important to recognize and to accept, instead of feeling where you're not at peace and not content, kind of just accepting, like, this is what it is. My garden is resting. It needs rest just as much as I do. And to take advantage of that season. I plan on very soon taking up, or trying to take up and learn how to knit. I have a really good friend who sent me a bunch of knitting supplies, and so I'm going to try to really focus on learning and maybe making some Christmas, gifts and whatnot, which would be awesome. There. I like homemade stuff. I really like giving homemade stuff. I like making homemade, gifts, and I like receiving homemade gifts. So I think it's something that'll be really cool, to try and do some knitting, although I may be terrible at it, we'll see. But kind of accepting that that's the season we're in. It's like to learn new things, and I do want to also learn how to make soap, so that eventually I can make goat milk soap, because that's one of my goals, is to sell goat milk soap. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at on the farm. We're heading closer and closer to winter, and it's okay to accept the slow season. Thank y'all for joining us today. Please remember,
we're going today for bed tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and join me on the next one.